Welcome to the class, everybody. In continuation with the previous lecture, these are the different topics from the same unit, Unit 1. In this lecture, we will cover these four topics: growth rate constant, diaxic growth, synchronous culture, and the continuous culture. The growth rate constant, it is actually the exponential constant for the determination of the pattern of a growth. That means when the bacteria undergo binary fission, at what time particularly it become from one cell to two cells. So simply it is defined as the number of doubling in unit time. So mostly the time we consider in case of hours. Okay. In the previous class we have seen the generation time, the mathematical expression for that. It is very similar to the generation time, except this is actually a constant where we determine the time for the duplication of a bacterial cell. So the growth rate constant is actually the number of doubling of a cell in a particular time. So to express this growth rate constant, particularly we need to have two information in our hand. One is the population at particular time t and the population at particular time 0. That means the time when we add the bacteria into the medium and we keep that medium for the incubation, that will become a t. So mostly t is generally we take for the 24 hours, right? So in case of determining the expression for this, what we need to have these two things. This is mathematically expressed as Bn is equal to B0 into 2 raised to Kt, right? So Bn is what? The population at time t, and B0 is population at time 0. We'll take the log of this equation 1. What will we get? It is the K is equal to log Bn minus B0 divided by the remaining, that is t log 2. Okay. Now this become the growth rate constant equation by which we can calculate or determine the time by which the bacteria get doubles. For example, in case of this, see the growth rate constant is actually inversely proportional to the generation time, that is the G. Okay. So G is equal to 1 by K because the K is inversely proportional to the G. So G is what? Generation time, K is the growth rate constant. So we will understand this with this example. For example, in case of E. coli, the generation time is what? Is the 30 minutes. That means in 30 minutes, one bacteria of E. coli duplicates into 2. That is called the generation time. So 30 minutes we express as a half hours. That is the 1 by 2 half. So we put this value of the G 1 by 2 into this particular equation here, right? So what will happen? G is equal to 1 by 2 divided, is equal to 1 by K. 1 get cancelled, so K become 2. Okay. This means a single bacterium of E. coli in 30 minutes get double here. Okay. So growth rate constant will give you the idea at what time the bacteria becomes double or they undergo the replication. So this is actually the growth rate constant by which the number of doubling of a bacteria in a particular time can be calculated. Okay. Second topic is diaxic growth. Diaxic growth is actually the two-step growth of a bacteria which involves the two phases of particularly log phase and the lag phase. In case of this growth, we grow the bacteria into two different particularly medium having two different sugars or a carbon source. Okay. So when we add the bacteria into this particular medium, they utilize the first carbon source, that they utilize the first glucose, and then they utilize the second. That means the particularly two phases will occur to utilize these two type of sugars. For example, when we add the glucose and the lactose, these two sugars into the medium, and then we add the bacteria, what will happen? The bacteria first will utilize this glucose, okay, and grow rapidly. This means they grow rapidly like this. So this has become the log phase. Log phase, is the rapidly increasing or the exponential growth rate phase, where the growth is very maximum. So what will happen? The bacteria utilize the first sugar, that is the glucose, and then there is a short lag phase. That means at this particular time, what will happen? The bacteria prepare themselves to utilize the lactose, because that bacteria do not have the gene that metabolize the lactose. So they take a pause here, that is the lag phase, and during this pause, what they do? They synthesize the gene which metabolize the lactose. Once the gene synthesize, they again go rapidly log phase. That means they utilize the second sugar, that is the lactose. So ultimately what there is the switching of the growth curve into two different phases. Okay, one is the log phase, another is the lag phase. Okay, so this is what the idea of adding two carbon source into the medium. Okay, so they utilize the first glucose, take the pause, synthesize the genes, and then utilize the lactose. So this is what we call, it is the dioxy growth, which is the two-step growth of a bacteria, which utilize the two different carbon sources. Okay, so up till now this is clear, right? Very important topic is what? The synchronous cultures. Okay? Synchronous culture are those culture in which the bacteria, they grow at same stage of their life cycle. That means all the bacteria which are present into the medium, they grow at same time, right? So practically it is impossible to have the bacteria which are at the identical stage of their life cycle or their same log phase. It is not possible, because some they grow fast, some they grow late, some they are young, some they are old, right? So it's a quite mixture of this growth pattern into the medium. So synchronous culture can be obtained, okay, because this is very important. When we have to study the bacteria, we have to study the bacterial growth pattern at this same stage. Okay, so synchronous culture become very important in the order to study the bacteria. To obtain the synchronous culture, there are 2-3 methods. First method is the selection by age and the size. This particular apparatus here, you can see this, it is called the Hemstetter-Cummings apparatus, right? It is actually a rectangular box which has the opening. Okay, here you can see, here it is actually the membrane is there. This membrane is actually a filter. Is a filter. There you can see, this is, here it is the filter. Okay, so in this filter what happens? The smaller bacteria can pass through this filter, and the larger bacteria, they get attached to this membrane here. Okay, and now what will happen? The smaller bacteria get discarded out here. Okay, and then what we'll do? We will invert these apparatus. Okay, इसको उल्टा कर देंगे, so it become like this. Okay, so what will happen? The previously attached bigger bacteria which cannot pass through the medium, the membrane, they get attached to this filter membrane. Okay, and now they can detach by adding the fresh nutrient medium. So the bacteria which were written on the filter paper, they are now loosely attached and free into the medium. These bacterial cell we can collect into the last fractions, right? Here we can collect this. So what was the main idea? The bacteria which were smaller, that means they do not grow, so they can easily discard it out here because they can pass through the filter. And the bacteria which are bigger, that means they undergo the binary fission, that's why they are big, they are written on the paper. So once we invert this instrument like this, all the bigger cells bacteria, they now become loose because we add the medium. Okay, they detach from the filter paper, and now we can collect here particularly. So these big bacteria means they have undergone their binary fission process, they are in the log phase. Okay, that means collected bacteria, they are at the same stage of their life cycle. Okay, this is what the idea of having the this particular instrument, okay, which select the bacteria based on their size and the age. Okay, size means what? Small bacteria discarded out, big bacteria retained here. We involve the instrument, then the bacteria which were written on this filter paper, which are the big bacteria, that means they undergone binary process, okay, and they can be then collected here. So this is the idea of having this instrument to create this synchronous culture. Second method is what? It is the induction method. Induction is what? We will adjust or define certain parameters of the bacterial growth, such as the temperature, starvation, that means we won't provide the food to them, or we can expose them to the high light or low light for the bacteria, the photosynthetic bacteria, and the drugs. Okay, these are the various factors we can manipulate in the order to have the synchronous culture. So generally what we do, we grow the bacteria for 30 minutes at 20 degrees centigrade. Okay, so the 20 degrees centigrade is not a normal temperature for the bacteria to grow. So what will happen? At this particular temperature, the bacteria, they retard their cell division. That means their cell division stops. Okay, so during this 30 minutes of 20 degrees centigrade, the bacteria, they prepare or mature to a point of fission. Okay, so that means they come to a level where their binary fission will start. So what will happen? We suddenly increase the temperature from 20 degrees centigrade to the 37 degrees centigrade. Okay, once the 37 degrees centigrade achieved, all the cells which were at the point of a binary fission, they divide rapidly and they synchronally. Okay, so that means what we have done, we have gathered the bacteria at one particular binary fission point at 20 degrees centigrade. That will now divide at 20. So from 20 we will convert the temperature to the 37. So when the 37 is achieved, all the bacteria which were paused at 20 degrees centigrade, they now grow rapidly. That means they grow at same time. So this was the idea of inducing the same stage of growth into the bacteria. Hope this I understand to you. Similar to the synchronous culture, the continuous culture is also one of the type of a bacterial culture medias. Okay, so continuous culture में will have the procedure of obtaining the bacteria at the same stage of their life cycle is very continuous. That means one cell is young, another cell is old. Okay, so this is the difference. So what we need the all the cells at same stage, either they young or either they old, but we need the same stage. Okay, so to study the mechanism of bacterial physiology, it is important to have the bacteria at their log phase particularly. Okay, because the log phase is very rapidly growing phase. So if we maintain the bacteria at the log phase, we can study that bacteria very well. Okay, so to obtain the continuous culture, we will have 2-3 methods by which we can produce the continuous culture. First is the chemostat. The chemostat is actually the instrument, okay, which consists of the reservoir, which is there is a fresh medium. Then we will have another vessel where the bacteria will be growing, and third is what is the collector, where we can collect the bacterial cell. So what will we do from this reservoir? The fresh medium continuously added into this particular vessel where the bacteria are present. So there is a continuous addition of the fresh medium, bacteria grow rapidly here, and the continuous removal of the dead cell here. Okay, so there is a continuous addition of fresh medium, continuous removal of the dead cells. So this addition and this removal is a continuous process actually. So the bacteria which we are growing here are our growing cells, and the dead cells are collected here. So we will have only the rapidly growing bacteria in this particular areas only, right? So this is what the chemostat, where the operation is continuous, addition and the removal is continuous. Okay, and the growth of the bacteria is actually here is controlled by adding only fixed amount of a concentration of a particular medium. That means we will add the fixed amount so that the bacteria cannot overgrow. If they overgrow, they will die, right? So we will provide very short or limiting nutrient to the bacteria. Therefore, they grow at particular stage only. Okay? So that's what the very important thing is, what supplying the limiting concentration of the medium. This is the chemostat. Turbidostat is a kind of a similar to this chemostat, except here we will determine or measure the turbidity of a solution. Similarly, it has a chamber where the nutrient medium is added, which has an inlet, okay, and then medium flows into this particular chamber. That is called the turbidostat. Here the bacteria are growing. Okay, this turbidostat is connected with the photocell, which measure the intensity of the light. अब light कहाँ से आ रहा? Light is this. We will provide a light. Okay, when we turn on this light rays pass through this turbidostat and then reach to the photocell. Photocell will receive the intensity of a light and give you the particular readings here. So what will happen? If the bacteria they are growing too much, that means there are thousands of bacteria there, then what will happen? The light will pass very less to the photocell because the density is high here. Okay, so turbidity of the solution will be more, so light will pass very small, so photocell will detect very less light. Okay, if the bacteria they are growing at optimum concentration or they are growing at very well, then more light will pass through this medium. Density is proper or density is medium, so the good light will reach to the photocells, right? And this photocell will give you the particular turbidity value. So depending on the turbidity value which is measured by the photocell will give you the idea of the growth pattern inside the turbidostat. Too much of the growth of a bacteria will increase the turbidity, so the less light will pass through the photocell. Photocell will give the less value. Okay, if the growth is good light will pass to the photocell and good reading will be given by the photocell. So based on the value obtained from the photocell, we will determine the growth story of a bacteria inside the turbidostats. Okay, the amount of a growth can be calculated just by measuring the turbidity. Okay, so photocell and the light source is important here. Okay, so by this way we can control the growth of bacteria, or we maintain the growth of bacteria at particular stage. Okay, by having this turbidostat. Third is a dialysis technique. In this dialysis technique, what generally we do, we take a dialysis bag here like this, and inside of this dialysis bag we will have the bacteria. Okay, and we dip this dialysis bag into the surrounding medium. Okay, into the vessel which has the inlet and the outlet. So the bacteria into the dialysis bag, when we dip into the particular medium, the medium is always available for the bacteria to grow, because the dialysis bag is semi-permeable, so the medium can enter inside the dialysis bag. Okay, so the medium will reach to the bacteria grow here inside the dialysis bag, and the cell which got death or their old cells, they can be eluted out through the exit slit. Okay, so in this means that the dialysis bags will have only the actively growing cells. Okay? So dialysis bag will consist of the bacteria which have at the same stage of their life cycle. These are what the continuous culture methods. Okay? So up till now what we have learned about this, it is the 4 topics, right? Growth rate constant is actually the constant that gives you the value of a doubling of a cell at particular time. Diauxic growth, it is actually 2-step growth pattern of a bacteria where the lag and the log phase is there. Synchronous culture is the culture which maintain the bacteria at the same stage of their life cycle. Continuous culture is the same kind of a synchronous culture, but the maintenance of the production of the bacteria which at the same stage of their life cycle is continuous. That is the addition, and the withdrawal is the simultaneous. So these are all 4 topics for the class 2. Hope this all understood to you, and we will have the another lecture. We will continue with this same unit. Thank you.